Shalawama, Shalawama, welcome. I am Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. This is a supplement. This is a supplementary video to our Astrotheology video series. This is a supplement, okay? This is a supplement to our Astrotheology video series that we're doing on the Devil's Pulpit. The author of the Devil's Pulpit, again, is Robert Taylor. Okay, so this is a supplementary video. Let me know that you are in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay, I'm going to give it a second. Let a few people come in. So today we're going to talk about the Trinity and what the Trinity is astrotheologically. We're going to talk about what the Trinity is astrotheologically, and we're going to visualize, all right? We're going to see some images and go into the details. So as you watch this video, subscribe to our channel if you already have not subscribed, and then like and share the video, all right, y'all? So we need that because YouTube, everybody knows there's an algorithm, and you have to activate that algorithm, and the way to activate it is by subscribing to this channel, liking and sharing the video, okay? And also, importantly too, in that is commenting. Commenting also activates the algorithm, but we really, the major reason to comment is so that you can help other people with their learning, okay? So share what you know, answer questions, all of that kind of stuff. Let's make this a very, very rich presentation. All right, so we'll just give it another minute, y'all. We'll give it a few minutes, let a few people come in and before we get started, okay? Remember, like and share the video. Like and share the video. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get myself together. Let me get myself together here. All right. Hold on. Let me check to make sure everything is okay with the stream. So y'all remember this video has to do with the Trinity. Okay, so we got sound. We got sound. Purpose of this video, it's a supplement because right now we're on the 48th or the 4th. I think tonight will be number 49. We'll do it at 9 p.m. Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're doing the 49th Astrotheology, the Devil's Pulpit presentation. Okay, we're on, as those of you who have been with us, you know that we're on part 1 of the lectures on Freemasonry, and the author is describing the origins of the Gospels, the New Testament, the Bible, according to the evidence that he's presenting, okay? So there's not a lot, or there was not a lot of astrotheology in terms of the mechanics of the heavenly bodies, all right? In the part 1 lecture up until now, there were a few references. So what I'm trying to accomplish with this supplementary video is give you some astrotheology, all right? But keep in mind, hang in there with us for the Freemasonry chapters. There are 4 chapters because this is going to give you the background information on astrotheology and the Gospels, okay? So hang in there. The information is really, really important. That's why they took the time to put 4 chapters in the book. 4 chapters on Freemasonry. So it's important. So hang in there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. Like and share the video. Let other people know that we're live right now, y'all. So let's get with it. We'll do our first screen share. Oh, wow, I thought we were sharing. I thought we were doing a screen share already. I didn't realize that we were not doing a screen share. All right. All right. So here's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to, if you can afford it, if you have the money, and if you have the interest, if you like what we deliver in terms of our content, what we teach here, I would like for you to order this book, 911 Ancient Ibaryath, right? The international edition, okay? Support us in this way, or you can support us in other ways that we'll go over later. But let's go ahead and get started with the video, okay? Let me pull up our first topic. Give me 1 second here. First topic that we're going to deal with. I tried to put these in order. So hopefully, let me see. Hopefully I get this right, y'all. All right. Hopefully I will get this right. Okay, so y'all should be, let me check to see if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. All right, yeah. Okay, we're good. All right, so here you see an illustration of the sun. The sun is in the middle, right? We see the orbit of the sun. This is actually the celestial eclipse. Okay, when we look at our illustrations on astrotheology or the celestial globe, this yellow line is the celestial eclipse. All right, now here is the earth, and you see this red line. It's at an angle here. This is called the axis. That's called the axis of the sun, or the sun's axis, this red line that's tilted. All right, this green line here represents the earth's spin. So scientists will tell you that the earth is spinning, or it rotates. Okay, so it's moving around the sun every what? Every 365.25 days, it makes one full rotation around the sun. So it'll start here, for example, it'll go around its orbit. You know what, I'm sorry, wait. This yellow line is not the celestial eclipse. This is the Earth's orbit. So forget about that. This line is the Earth's orbit, y'all. My mistake. This is the Earth's orbit around the sun. All right, so the Earth will orbit every 365.25 days around the sun. It'll start in one place, and after 365.25 days, it'll return to that same place. It spins. It'll start spinning in one place, and it'll return to that same place after 24 hours, or 24 hours, okay? All right, so in other words, the sun is spinning as it rotates around the sun, and this is the cause of night and day. So the part of the earth facing the sun, of course, that would be daytime, right? And then this part where the cursor is, the part that's away from the sun, it would be dark. All right, so every 24 hours you get one day, right? 12 hours, so on and so forth. All right, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So let's go to our next slide. All right, let's take a look at things. We'll do our next slide. I wish they had a way to make this more smooth, because right now it's complicated to try to do this. All right, so here we go. Y'all. Okay, so here are a bunch of images of the rising sun. So how do you know when the sun is rising? If you look at a picture, how do you know if it's a rising sun or a setting sun? How do you know, right? How do you know? For example, you look at these pictures, how do you know if this is a picture of a sunset or a sunrise? Think about that. It's actually not a trick question. It's not a trick question, but think about it. Just so you'll be aware of it, think about it. Actually put your put your answer in the comment section. So now we're looking at the rising sun. Okay, this is the rising sun. Let's look at several images. Okay, now this does not look like a rising sun, but it says rising sun. Okay, these are images of the rising sun. In Egyptology, or amongst the Egyptian deities, the rising sun is, let me show it. Let me show y'all the rising sun in Egypt. Amongst the Egyptian deities, let's take a look at who is the rising sun. All right. All right, here we go. There we are. So here is the rising sun. This is Horus. Horus is the rising sun. Horus, in other words, the sun rises maybe 5 something in the morning, right? Early in the morning, the sun rises. The sun is considered to be a baby, the baby Horus. And this is the mother of Horus. This is Isis, okay, y'all? This is Isis. This is baby Horus. Baby Horus. Baby Horus is the rising sun. So in other words, when the sun rises, it is a baby, right? When the sun rises, it is a baby. So let's take a look at it again. When the sun rises, it is a baby. Keep that thought in mind. I'm going to show it again. All right. When the sun rises, the sun is a baby. Okay. Now let's look at who the sun is in Christianity. All right. In Christianity, let's take a look who the sun is. The sun in Christianity, now, as we see, is also a baby, but it's the newborn Christ figure, right? The sun in Christianity is the newborn Christ figure. So here's the baby, baby JC. This is the rising sun. Y'all see the halo right here? You see the halo? Baby JC is the rising sun in Christianity. Okay, baby JC is the rising sun. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure y'all are looking at what I'm looking at. Baby JC is the rising sun. Take a look again at the halo. Let me check to make sure y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. All right, there we go. So this is baby JC, the Christ figure, the rising sun. All right, the rising sun. Okay, let's go back. Here's the halo. Everybody see that? The halo, baby JC, the rising sun. Let's take a look at a few more images. In Christianity, again, this is baby JC, the rising sun. The rising sun, all right? And here again, the newborn baby is the newborn sun. The newborn sun is what? The newborn sun is the rising sun. All right? The newborn baby is the rising sun. So let's just go back and recap, okay? For review, we'll make this as easy as possible. Let me check to make sure y'all can hear me. So let's just go back. Okay, good. Yeah, all right. All right, so let's go back and take a look again at that rising sun, all right? We'll go back and just take a look at the rising sun. One more again, y'all. One more again so that we know what it looks like. Where is the rising sun? All right. Well, I don't see my tab for the rising sun. Maybe it's up here. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Where is the... Okay, here we are. So let's take another look at it here. So again, scholars, Moors, House of Yasharallah, this is the rising sun, images for the rising sun, okay? This is baby Jesus. The rising sun is baby JC. and baby Horus. All right, so let's go back. Let's continue with our presentation. Now, there's another phase that we need to look at. When the sun is rising, it's a baby. And it continues to rise. Isn't that correct? The sun continues to rise. So here we see where the cursor is, the rising sun. The sun rises in the east. Okay, now the sun is climbing higher in the sky, right? It's ascending. The sun is ascending. It's climbing higher in the sky. All right. So you look at the yellow sun here. This is the sun at its highest point in the sky. This is called the zenith. This is the sun in the highest point of the sky. All right. So the sun will rise in the east and it climbs, it ascends. It ascends until it reaches its highest point, and then it will start to descend. It descends and then it sets in the west. Okay, everybody see that? The sun rises in the east, baby Jesus. Here, the sun reaches its highest point. So if the sun reaches its highest point, that is said to be what? Full grown, mature, right? You're in your peak. You're at your peak. You've reached your peak of manhood. I remember in Christianity, they taught us that man reaches his peak age of maturity at 33 years old, and that the Christ figure died at 33 years old. That's what they taught us in Christianity, right? The religion I was involved in. So what is this? This is JC, the Christ figure at his peak, full grown man, right? Full grown man. All right, so let's take a look at some more images to try to make this more clear and more interesting. All right, let's take a look at more images to make this more interesting. All right, so don't forget where we're at. We are talking about the sun being at its peak or its highest height in the sky. Here's another image of the sun. Okay. Imagine if you were standing here, the sun reaches its highest level. This is full grown maturity. This is the age of 33 of the Christ figure, right? Age 33 of the Christ figure when he was a full grown man. All right. So that's clear, right? That's clear. According to Egyptian mythology scholars, the sun at its highest level in the sky, at its zenith, is Amen-Ra. The sun at its highest level or its highest height in the sky in Egyptian mythology is Amen-Ra. Okay, so let's take a look at the slide. I'm just going to go through this. It says Ra, Re, Amen-Ra, king of the deities, sun, S-U-N, sun god, falcon head. You see the falcon head, right? Falcon head with a sun on top. Sometimes seen as the creator of men, Egyptians called themselves the cattle of Ra. Since heaven and the underworld have water, Ra uses a boat, a madjet, meaning strong, while rising. So Ra rises on a boat, and we see the boat down here, right? On a strong boat. Ra rises on a strong boat. Okay, though that's the sun rising. And then, what is this? Simek-Ketet, becoming weak when setting. So when Ra is rising, strength. When he's falling or setting, it's what? Becoming weak. All right. It continues. He often has help from other powers to successfully navigate his boat. He constantly had to fight monsters, and then we see them. The phoenix is one of his symbols. So the phoenix is one of the symbols of this deity, Ra or Amen Ra, that the Christians will close their prayers with. Amen, right? They took off the Ra, or they changed the vowel to an O or a U, whatever they do in that particular religion. Now, Ra can also, this deity can also be a dove, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let me just check to see if I can find an image. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if this is correct. All right, so let's take a look at the image, y'all, and see if this is correct. If my memory serves me well, Ra is also represented as a dove. Okay, so let's just check it. I did a Google search. Let's see if it's correct or not. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Takes a minute to do everything with this application, but we'll make it do what it do. All right. So let's see. Here we are. So what I did, I did a Google search of let me try to do this. Okay. Is Ra is the god Ra a dove? So let's see what we come up with, y'all. If anybody knows or has an image or has a link, put it in the chat, please, and then I'll show it. Let's see, dove, legendary deities. Let's see what we find. I don't know about this website, y'all. We're just going to go through it, okay? Okay, so can we get access? Yes or no? No, I don't want to go through all that. Don't worry, we'll get it. We'll find something. Let's see. Let's see what we can come up with, y'all. But I'm not going to spend too much time trying to find it because y'all can do a Google search on your own if you want to know this. And then you can let me know if that's correct or not. Okay. So let's do a find to save time. So nope, there's nothing in there. Okay, y'all, I want to keep going because I have something else to do. So y'all gonna have to go back and do that part on your own. All right. Jerice, Tellis writes, I'm still I can still listen. Thanks, Dr. Yasapa. My pleasure. My pleasure. Shalawama also. Shalawama Jerice, and also Shalawama to all of the House of Yasharala who are here. And Shalawama to all, Shalawama in Islam to all of the Moors who are here also. Okay, all of the Moors from every nation. Shalawama, and welcome everyone to all Moors. All right. So now let's continue. So now we just left. We were at the sun at zenith. Okay, so let's take a look at one more image. So now we're looking again. This is the sun at its highest point in the sky. This is the mature sun. This is baby sun when the sun rises, and then mature sun. This is according again to Egyptian pantheon of deities. This would be Amen Ra, who's represented by the image, the falcon head or the dove. Okay. Now, there's no place for the sun to go but down. There's no place for the sun to go but down. But before we go there, remember, this is the deity who I just mentioned. And in Christianity, this is JC, the Christ figure, at 33 years old, according to the Christian tradition that I was in, the religion that I was in. That was Christ when he was a full-grown man, 33, and about to be sacrificed, right? Or when he was sacrificed, he was 33. So the only place for the sun to go is down. And here we are. This is the sunset, right? When the sun reaches the horizon and starts to fall below the horizon. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sunset. Now, remember, I asked the question, how do you know the difference between sun rising and sunset when you look at an image? Somebody put it in the comment section. How do you know the difference between the sun rising and the sun setting? Okay, put it in the chat, please. So here are images of the sun setting. The sun was a baby. It was Horus and baby JC, the Christ figure. The sun reached its highest point in the sky and became the deity whose name is spelled A-M-E-N, A-M-O-N, A-M-U-N, all right, whatever derivative, and then hyphen R-A, okay, or R-E. The sun now has gone down to its lowest point. It's at the horizon, right? It's at the horizon. Now the sun is said to be what? An old man. The sun is said to be an old man. Okay? As a baby, it was strong. As an old man, or when the sun is setting, it is said to be becoming weak. It's becoming weak. All right? It is becoming weak. So I hope this is clear for everyone so far where we are with this. Oh, I forgot to show some images, y'all. I want y'all to see these because there may be some people who are new to this. Gary Tucker writes, I'm traveling but listening in. Shalawama. Shalawama, Gary Tucker, thanks for tuning in. I forgot to show these images, y'all. So let's go back to the sun being at its highest point in the sky. And this is for new people, okay? This is for new people who may have never seen these images before. Give me 1 second, please. Let me find this. All right, so here we are. Hold on. I gotta find the images. Y'all be patient, okay? This is for people who are new to this information. So, all right. So this is the mature JC, the Christ figure. This is the sun at its highest point in the sky. This is the sun at its highest point in the sky. The mature 33-year-old JC, the Christ figure. Y'all give me 1 moment. I'll be right back, okay? Give me just about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are again. This is JC, the Christ figure, as a full-grown man, 33 years old. Okay, we know that 33 is an important number in Freemasonry, right? 33 years old, a full-grown man. 33 years old, the sun at its peak height in the sky. Okay. All right. So now let's continue. Let's look at some other images. That was for the new people who's new to this info, y'all. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for being patient, and also for being patient, not just with me leaving because I had an urgent situation, but also for being patient. Let the new people see information that they probably haven't seen before. All right, so now we stop at the sun about to set, right? Right, scholars? We stopped at the sun about to set. Now, let's take a look at an image here of the sun in Egyptian mythology. If I can find it real quick. Take a look at the sun in Egyptian mythology when it sets. Give me 1 second. Right, I don't see it. Well, let's look at the Christian images because I have those, okay? All right. Oh, no. Here we are. I got one. I prefer not to use this one, but we'll use it anyway. All right. So here, this is supposed to be the father, the old man, the setting sun. Y'all see it? This is supposed to be the old man, the sun setting, right? Okay. This is JC, the Christ figure. Okay. This is the sun at its height, at its highest point in the sky. This is the sun, the old man with the beard. This is the sun setting in Christianity. All right. So now let's take a look at some other images. I have a few more images. For those of you who've been around for a while, I appreciate your patience as we go through this for new people. Okay. All right. Here's another image of the father, the old man, the father. This appears to be a Hebrew Israelite illustration. Okay. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. But again, this is the setting sun, the father, right? So we talked about up until this point, we talked about the rising sun, which in Christianity is baby JC. In Egyptology, it is Horus. We talked about the sun at its highest level in the sky, which in Christianity, again, that's the full-grown man JC. And it's Amun-Ra in Egyptology, okay? And when the sun is setting, this is the father. This is the father. That makes up a trinity, y'all. Y'all see how that trinity was established? Everybody see how the trinity was established? Let's take a look at another illustration. We looked at it before, but I just want to take a look at it again, y'all, so we can see the trinity. All right. Well, I hope we can see the trinity from this. So if y'all can imagine the sun setting in the sun rising in the east right here, that's one, the baby JC. The sun in its peak position, full-grown JC, that's two deities. Okay, so one deity, two deities, and then the father, right? The father when the sun sets. So this is a trinity, all right? But it's all the same sun. It's just the sun in different positions in the sky. Or from the observer standing on Earth, we would see the sun over here as being at the horizon, or Horus, right? Horus, horizon. 12 hours of daylight, right? and then 12 hours of night, and then it repeats itself. Remember the spin that we talked about? All right, so let's go back. There's a little bit more we need to take a look at. I hope everybody is finding this presentation to be beneficial. For those of you who are new to this, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. I or others in the comment section can answer those questions if you know the answers. No problem with that. I appreciate that very much. All right. So there's a few more images I want to show y'all, and then we can be done. But there's something really important, at least from my point of view. I don't know if y'all will think it's important, but I think it's important, so I want to share it with y'all, okay? So just give me a second. Let me pull this up, okay? Give me 1 second to pull this up. Here we go. Oh, that's not the image. Let me find this image. So actually, there's a few things I want to show y'all that are important. All right, I found it. All right, take a look at this image, scholars. Take a look at this image and tell me, what do y'all see? It's a sun, right? This is the sun. Take a look at the image. Study the image. Do y'all see these lines that are protruding out? Okay, let's call them sun rays. All right, let's call these sun rays. These are sun rays. Now, let's look at the astrotheology of sun rays. All right, here we go. Let's look at the astrotheology of sun rays. Man, this StreamYard that I'm using, y'all, is so slow that it's causing me to have to break my thoughts because this software moves so slow. I wish there was something better, faster that I could use, that I could flow with. Y'all know what I mean? So that as I'm thinking and talking, I'm not having to wait on the software, right? But anyway, it is what it is. I'm waiting on the software. All right, so now here we go. Everybody knows this is the Statue of Liberty. Some people say this is Mithra. People say that this is a lot of different deities, okay, but it's a deity. And this crown right here, and you see these protruding pieces here. These are sun rays, rays of the sun. These are rays of the sun, okay? Rays of the sun. All right, so there's a religious thing going on there. For sure, there's a religious thing going on there. Now, let's correlate this to Christianity. Let's correlate this to Christianity. All right, what do we see in Christianity? All right, so here we go, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, and remember, scholars, this is not meant to offend. This is meant to educate. Here we are, the crown of thorns that the Christ figure wore at his crucifixion. The sun at its highest point in the sky. JC, the Christ figure, wearing a crown of thorns, sun rays, right? Sun rays. Sun rays. This is the crown of thorns. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's continue with our presentation. The crown of thorns, astrotheologically, are sun rays. All right, let's continue. What else do we have? I got some stuff that I really want to show y'all. Again, if you're familiar with this, be patient, all right? And if people ask questions or something like that, you're welcome. If you know the topic, you're welcome to answer their questions, so on and so forth, all right? So where are we going to start, y'all? Here, we're going to start right here. Let's take a look at some scripture. Let's take a look at some scripture. Here we're looking at Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. And I lost my spot. I got to stop the share, y'all. I got a lot of tabs open to do this. So give me a second. I want to go first to Jeremiah 8:8. But today I'm not going to go into a whole big thing about Jeremiah 8:8, okay? I'm just going to read through it. All right, so Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8, we're going to go to the Bible Hub. All right, we're going to read out of the Amplified Bible, only because the English is more easy to understand. That's the only reason why. It reads, Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8 reads, the Amplified Bible, how can you say we are wise and the law of the Most High is with us and we are learned in its language and teaching? Behold, the truth is that the lying pen of the scribes have made the law into a lie, a mere code of ceremonial observances. Yes, indeed, they made it into religion. And how did they do it? They inserted things into the scriptures. So let me ask y'all, in your opinion, is Malachi chapter 4, verse 2 an insertion? In other words, is Malachi chapter 4, verse 2 a Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8 occurrence? Let's read it and see what it says, okay? The NIV version says, but for you who revere my name, the sun, that is the sun of righteousness, will rise with healing in its rays. Y'all see that? The sun, sun of righteousness, will rise with healing in its rays, rays. And I'm always curious if that's why they call the deity Ra, right? If Amen or Amun, if that's the sun, is Ra the sun rays? I've always been curious about that. If someone knows the answer, let me know. All right, the sun, sun of righteousness. Okay, let's look at the New Living Translation. Look at what it reads. But for you who fear my name, the sun, sun of righteousness, will rise with healing in its what? Wings. With healing in its wings. Okay, now think about this. Let's go back to NIV. The Son of Righteousness. Who's the Son of Righteousness? JC, the Christ figure, right? The Son of Righteousness will what? Will rise, will be resurrected. JC, the Christ figure, will be resurrected with healing in its rays. Y'all got that? With healing in its rays. Okay, go back to New Living Version. JC, the Christ figure, sun of righteousness, Son of Righteousness, will rise with healing in his wings. With healing in his wings. So now let's see what we can do with this, y'all. Let's see what we can find, because there's more to this. Again, for those of you who are familiar with all of this, please be patient, okay? Because this is for people who are new to this topic. All right, so let's see what we can see. All right, let's see what we can see regarding the Son of Righteousness with healing in its wings. Let's make the correlation. All right, so here we go. I'm almost there. All right, here we go. I found it. So there we are. Here is the sun in the center, the circle. Look at the cursor. This is the Son of Righteousness. This is the Son of Righteousness with what? Wings. Y'all see the wings? This is Egyptian, right? There we go. Now, y'all notice that this is a snake here. This is a snake, and it's wearing one of those Egyptian crowns. I don't know what this represents. So if someone knows what this snake and what this crown represent, please put it in the chat. All right, please put it in the chat. Note here also there's an Ankh. There is an Ankh here, also an Ankh at the top, and we see the famous pyramid. All right, we see the owl. We see a lot of hieroglyphs, right? But this is the Son, Malachi chapter 4, verse 2, the Son of Righteousness. There we are, the Son of Righteousness. All right, let's continue, y'all. Now we remember, we must remember that there's JC, the Christ figure, who gets risen, right? He gets resurrected, right? JC, the Christ figure, gets resurrected. And what does he do? He will heal people after he is resurrected, right? Heal people in his kingdom, heal people now. According to the Christians and Hebrew Israelites, I guess some of them are saying the same thing. I don't know. We would have to ask them, right? We would need to ask them. I'm searching for a few more images. There's one more topic I want y'all to see. All right, one more topic that I want y'all to see on this topic. Now, let's take a look at this. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7, and Daniel chapter 7, verse 13. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Let's read it. It says, behold, he, that is JC, the Christ figure, is coming with the clouds. And with every eye, I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn over him. So it is to be. And we see the deity, whose name is spelled A-M-E-N. Now, of course, the Christians and Hebrew Israelites will tell you that this is not a deity. Okay. So what do we see when we look at this in the English? What do we see if we just look at this literally? Just a literal understanding of what we just read. He is a pronoun representing something or somebody, right? He is a pronoun. It's coming with the clouds, and on the clouds are different, but we understand the nuance, right? He's coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him. Every eye will see him, even those who pierced him. Now, if the New Testament, if the Christ figure died some 200, some 2,000 plus years ago, literally speaking, those who pierced him were dead. They're already dead. 2,000 something years ago, right? They're dead. Okay. So this is a problem when you look at this from a literal point of view. Remember, astrotheology is not religion. It's not spookism. It's not devils and demons. Okay. We are examining words using science and grammar rules, so on and so forth. We're looking at this one from a literal perspective. So even those who pierced him, they're dead thousands of years ago. Okay. So this is a problem. What does this require you to do? It requires you to do what? Recruit your imagination. It requires you to recruit your imagination to imagine who those who pierced him are today. Y'all follow what I'm saying? In other words, this is abstract. All right, so now this is a problem. From my point of view, from a literary point of view, this is a problem. All right. Now, it says all tribes on the earth will mourn over him, so it is to be. And then they close with an invocation, or whatever your religious organization might say, to the deity, or some form of agreement, or however y'all say y'all interpret this, all right? But we do know from linguistics, right, that this is a deity. Okay, and I believe some of the Hebrew Israelites will say this is in Strong's, and it does not mean a deity. Okay, so y'all do what you want to do with it, but I can tell you this much. In the contract in Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, it tells us to be what? Careful. What does careful mean? Careful means to take special effort to make sure that you don't do anything that you shouldn't do. All right. So why then would the Most High put us in a position where we would be so close to calling on some deity's name? given all of the circumstances and situations. But that's for you to decide. That's just my opinion, yo. Now let's go to Daniel chapter 7. But the point I want to focus on is that he is coming with the clouds. That's what I want to focus on. He is coming with the clouds. Daniel chapter 7 reads, Daniel chapter 7 verse 13 reads, I kept looking at the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven. All right, that's what I want to focus on. With the clouds of heaven, one like a son of man was coming. And he came up to the Ancient of Days and was presented to him. One like the Son of Man was coming. Y'all got that? I kept looking in the night visions. Nighttime. Sun is going down. And behold, right, y'all, the sun is going down. And behold, with the clouds of heaven. So it was still light enough outside for Daniel to be able to see the clouds in the sky. Y'all follow me? It was turning into night, but it was light enough outside for Daniel to see the clouds in the sky. Okay. One like the Son of Man was coming. One like the Son, S-O-N, of Man was coming. Christianity says that this is JC, the Christ figure, right? Coming in the clouds of heaven. And he came up to the Ancient of Days. Who's the Ancient of Days? That's the Father. And was presented before him. Now let's go back and look at our image that we looked at a little while ago. All right. Roger's point of view says, greetings, Roger's point of view, Shalom, good to see you. Let's go back and look at one of the images that we already looked at and see what we can see, y'all. One like the Son of Man coming with the clouds. Oh, here we are. Here we are. All right. So here's the sun at its zenith. That's usually about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And then the sun starts to go down. Now remember, this is the full-grown man, JC, the Christ figure in Christianity. The sun is going down, right? We'll reach sunset right here where this dot is. Now Daniel says he was looking in the sky and he saw clouds. Okay, so one like the Son of Man, JC, the Christ figure, is descending downward. Remember, this is the Father. Sunset is the Father. So the Son, the full-grown man, is descending down and is presented to the Father. Y'all see that? Everybody see that? All right, now let's go back to that verse. Let's go back to the verse and we'll take a look at it again. All right. So here we are. Oops. Here we are. Let's take a look at these. Okay. So Daniel chapter 7, verse 13. I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven, one like the Son, S-O-N, of Man was coming, and he came up to the Ancient of Days. That's the Father. That's the Son set. And was presented to him. Okay, now let's take a look at these from a different point of view. And y'all make y'all decision about these however you want to, okay? Make the decision that you want to make based upon what we're looking at. Let's visualize something else on this topic. And remember, use your analytical mind. Employ critical thinking. Forget about your doctrine for now, okay? Try to leave your doctrine in the closet, as it were. Take a look at these images, okay? And let's see what we can come up with. All right, let's see what we can see. Give me 1 second. Where are they? Okay, give me 1 second. I don't know if this is the image, y'all. Hold on. I might have to. Yeah. Okay, so these are clouds. Y'all see the clouds here? Here's the sun. the Son of Man coming with the clouds. This picture represents the Son of Man coming with the clouds. It also can represent what? It can also represent the Son of Man leaving in the clouds. Everybody see that? This is the astrotheology of it. This is the astrotheology of it, y'all. That's what we're looking at. Just the astrotheology of it. We're not making any type of comments or anything about anybody's religion. All right? So don't be offended. That's not the intent. This is just the astrotheology of it. Let's look at one more image, and then there's something else on the topic that I want y'all to see. All right. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. Be patient, please. All right. I want you to see one more image about coming with the clouds. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Let's see if this is it. No, that's not it. That's the Father, y'all. That's the Father. That's the sun setting. That was the Father. The Ancient of Days. That was the Ancient of Days. All right. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, here we are. Here's the sun coming with the clouds. All right. Astrotheologically, the sun, S-O-N, and the S-U-N are coming with the clouds. Everybody see that? In other words, the sun is surrounded by clouds. Okay, so the sun, S-O-N, left with the clouds. See that? He was caught up in the clouds. Remember that verse we read? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it again and read it. I don't remember where the verse is. But anyway, y'all remember seeing it. We looked at it. All right, so there we have it, y'all. There we have it. The sun, S-O-N, leaving with the clouds, and the sun what? Returning on the clouds. All right, everybody got that? All right. So that's all it's saying. From an astrotheological point of view, the Son of Man is coming back or returning on the clouds. See? This is the astrotheology of it. And here's a nice picture. The sun coming on the clouds. So that's what it is, y'all. All right. That's what it is. The sun coming on the clouds, and the sun, how the sun left with the clouds. All right. Now, there's just one more thing I want y'all to see regarding this presentation. Give me 1 second. Make sure that I am okay. We did Malachi chapter 4, but y'all really should do your own follow-up research on this topic. All right, so here we are, y'all. This is the sun here, and this is the earth. Okay, this is the horizon, this horizontal line. Okay, this is the axis. Okay, so the horizon would be, in this case, the equator, right? So you notice that the sun is at a 90-degree angle. In other words, the sun rays are hitting the equator at 90 degrees, at a 90-degree angle. This is occurring March 21st, between March 21st and September 21st, okay? All right. Now, this next image right here, this is occurring on December 21st. I forgot to, sorry about that, y'all. Let me slow down. I'm trying to rush because I have something I need to do. Let me slow down. So this is the globe. This is the equator. This dotted line right here, this is the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 north degrees. Okay, again, the equator is 0 degrees. The Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5 south, or 23.5 degrees south, all right? All right, so the sun is hitting these locations at a 90-degree angle. Okay, that's not every day. That's just at a certain time per year. All right, certain times per year, the sun's rays will be 90 degrees. Now, if you look at this image right here, this is December 21st. All right, we see again the dotted line is the Tropic of Cancer, the solid line is the equator, and then the line below is the Tropic of Capricorn. Everything is still 23.5 north and south. Notice that the equator is at an angle in this image, in this illustration, and so is the line right here at an angle. Okay, the axis right here, it's at an angle. Okay, so notice where the sun's rays are, Tropic of Cancer, right? And then June 27th, you see the same image, but the tilt looks like the opposite, right? So here the equator is at the bottom, the line here, and then here the equator line is at the top as opposed to the bottom. Everybody see that? All right, so the degrees are still the same, 23.5 north and south. Now you see June 27th, the sun in the Tropic of Cancer. All right. So this will make sense to you as you progress in your studies of this information. We go through this information in the 101 Ancient Ibaryath course, scholars. The information that you've seen here, we also go into it, but of course we go into it in greater detail. We give you a lot more than what you saw in this presentation. When or if you subscribe to 101 Ancient Ibaryath, all right? So go ahead and do that for us, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to 101 Ancient Ibaryath course on zionlawschool.org. All right. You'll learn more about this in the 101 Ancient Ibaryath course. And everybody is welcome to come to our class on Saturday, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, we teach. We do a word-for-word breakdown scientifically of every word in the book, well, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 29, okay? We look at all aspects of each word in those verses, okay? It's a very, very wonderful experience when you see what you're gonna see. So you're invited. The link for this 101 Ancient Ibaryath course is in the description area of this video. And the link for 506 The Curses course, which is our Saturday class that I just told y'all about, is also in the description area of this video. But make sure you subscribe to this course, okay? Don't let this low, almost free price fool you. The value of this course is easily $10,000, y'all. But we are giving it away for almost free so that everybody can learn Ibaryath, and you'll be able to go into what they call the Hebrew scriptures, and you'll be able to understand what they mean in the original language and do your own rendering, your own translation, right? You'll be able to do what I'm doing, okay? But it's a matter of study and skill and effort, investment in yourself. If you can't invest $10 in yourself, then that's a pretty sad thing. So take advantage of this. This was a lot of work and a lot of time to put this together for y'all. So let me say thank you to those of you who have subscribed. Thank you very much for your support. And if you want to support, even if you don't have time to do the class, go ahead and subscribe anyway as a way to support, okay? It's only $10. If you like the information that I'm presenting here, if you like the way I'm presenting it, or if you just like me. But if you want to help in my effort and my work to help our people return to the Most High and to break the spell of religion over our people so that we can go into the blessings and get out of the curses, then support our work. It takes finance, takes money, y'all, to do what I'm doing. Right, it really, really does. It takes money, and you know, I don't even like to bring the topic up, you know. But if y'all would be more active, I wouldn't have to bring it up. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom. I will see y'all at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our astrotheology presentation of the Devil's Pulpit. I believe it's going to be presentation number 49. 49 presentations, y'all, that we have done on astrotheology. Yes, we're consistent. We're here to stay. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Shalom. See y'all in a couple hours.